Hi, so first of all, it's a pleasure talking to you. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. It's a pleasure talking to you too. Loads of exciting things happening, so it's always fun to talk about the music.
Yes, I know. I was seeing your Instagram and we have some news. Tomorrow we are going to
Yes.
talk about it.
Oh, it's going to be very exciting. I'm releasing my first single of 2026. It's called Wake Up. I'm very excited to have it out. It's going to be good. It's going to be really, really good.
Yes. And how are you feeling with this release?
You know what? I'm feeling better than ever just because it is truly one of my favorite songs. Like, I've been waiting for this one to come out for like ages. So I'm so glad that, now it's coming out. Now I can show it to the world. Now people can listen to it.
No, that's great. And even before the official release, the song has already played on BBC Introducing and the BBC Asian Network. What was it like to find that Wake Up was starting to get that kind of attention?
That's when I knew. I was like, if they like it already, I know my fan base in general is just gonna like it. But when I found out, honestly, I was so excited. I was so happy because I've been playing on BBC before, but this was one of the first times where a song that hasn't been released yet was played, which was kind of crazy. But yeah, honestly, I'm loving all the support that's coming my way, and there's so many exciting things happening this year. So I'm just ready for it. I'm ready for it.
That's perfect. And we know that you are still a rising artist. For those who are still discovering you, who is Sophia? How did music enter your life? And how do you will describe your artistic identity today?
Yeah, so for those who don't know me, I'm Sofia Gillani. I'm an independent avant-garde pop, which basically means I blend like different genres into pop, like R&B. Sometimes I do a bit of like drum and bass, that kind of thing. I've released, oh gosh, so many singles now, but I have my first album coming out, Reconceptualize, have it on the side. That's coming out in April with my song Wake Up coming tomorrow. And how I started music. I started music quite young actually. I started around 12 years old, just like performing. Yeah, I released my first single, Ain't to Game, back feels like ages away. And ever since then, I've just been releasing music, growing the bass, and enjoying all the little victories that come my way.
That's great. And it's crazy that you said that you started 12 years ago.
Yeah, I figured out I was like, this is kind of what I want to do. With the support of my dad and so many amazing people around me, we've come to this point. So
No, that's great. And you say about avant-garde pop, and your music is that kind of music that blends everything and all the better parts of everything. And where did this musical reference come from? Do you have like favorite artists, or maybe do you get inspirations from your daily routine, or maybe books or TV shows?
definitely. I mean, growing up, I was exposed to quite a wide variety of musicians, I'd say, because my dad listened to so many different artists. But growing up, I listened to a lot of R&B, but also a lot of Michael Jackson. Like I loved Michael Jackson growing up. Bit of Freddie Mercury, the general icons. But I realized that when it came to my music, I couldn't just stay within pop itself. I was always incorporating what I was listening to at the time within my music. So I choose to define it as avant-garde pop. But I'd say right now, like my main influences have to be Victoria Monet. I love her. Ariana Grande, obviously, and an artist called Kali Uchis. I love her.
Great. And your sound, like we say, it's this beautiful blend of everything. And this label, this avant-garde pop label, opens up so many possibilities. How would you describe Sophia's musical universe for someone who has never listened to you before?
I'd say it's. Oh, I quite like that question. A musical universe. I'd say it's kind of I when I write in my music, I write based on my experiences and then I build the sound around it. So all my music really, really does come from me as a person. So if I had to describe a musical universe, I'd say that my music is basically a reflection of me and what I'm going through at the time and my different experiences. And that can come out in the sounds I make, like in my songs. Like happier tones will maybe be more pop and drum and bass, and then maybe sadder, more deeper songs might be R&B. And I'm really excited, to show that in my upcoming upcoming project, because there's so many songs in one collective piece, there's a lot more of me in that album. But I think, I feel like I have so much creativity and I just want to express it as freely as I can. So avant-garde pop, yeah, it's a reflection of me.
And now a question that I'm really curious about. I don't know if you know, but we're currently in Lollapalooza season in Latin
Yes,
America.
we are.
So if you could build your dream lineup, including yourself, of course, who would be on it?
Oh, my dream lineup. I'd have to say, I love Bruno Mars at the moment, so I definitely have him there. Also headlining. I mean, I'd be headlining, but he'd also be on a different day, definitely.
Of course.
Yes, I love his new album, The Romantic. It's so good. Victoria Monet, like I said, I'd like for her to be there. What else? I'd say, because I was looking at the lineup right now, I really I like Sabrina Carpenter. That would be really good. Definitely have her on there. I think Cat's Eyes on the Lollapalooza this year, so that would be pretty cool. Yeah, and maybe Charlie Puth. He's releasing a new album and I'm seeing him live in concert, so I'd like for him to be on that lineup, definitely.
Oh, great. And you have already released several singles so far, and we know that you started that very young.
Mhm.
When did you realize that you wanted to turn music into a serious career project?
I've always been quite a bold, loud person, even before like singing and music. Like I was always quite expressive. And I'd say I can actually remember the moment, funny enough, but I had just won a talent show and I'd always been like writing stuff in my notebooks and stuff. But I think I realized I wanted to make it like something more serious around the teenage years because I wanted it to be something that was oriented to me. Like I wanted to contribute something to the music industry. I wanted to put my voice out there because it is so diverse. I, again, had so much support in, building that initial, like, how do I record? How do I make music? All these different steps, how to promote yourself. And honestly, I'm so glad I did because it's truly, I've heard so many voices. I've met so many different people. Yeah, music is love. I love it.
Yes, and your music blend different emotions all the time. Some songs feel more introspective, while others carry this more expansive energy. How do you balance this vulnerability with the creative process behind it all?
I think when it comes to balancing my emotions and making music, I have to draw a bit of a line, especially in the studio. Like when we're actually making these songs, we put so much time and work into it that it is a labor of love, but to put too much of yourself into it, there comes a perfectionist aspect to it. Like you can keep working on it and never releasing it. So there's so many different aspects of myself in this music that luckily with the support I have, we've been able to kind of look at it also from an outside perspective and go, okay, this is a part of me, a piece of me that I'd like to put out into the world. We perfected it. It's going great. Now it's time to step back and just let it do its thing. Because I think music also, it becomes really, really fun when you also like take a step back and like really look at it. And that's how we've become so consistent in releasing music. So yeah, there's a little fine line drawn in the studio where we're like, okay, time to take a step back, time to take a breather. This is good.
And many artists talk about finding their voices. Do you feel like you're currently in the process, or do you believe it's something that never truly ends?
Yeah, I think it never truly ends, personally. We're always changing as people all the time, always developing, going through new experiences, and life is so random, and we express it through music. So I think there will never be a point in my life where I'm like, okay, that's it. I'm at the peak. This is my voice. This is my thing. I'm always wanting to learn as I grow.
And we could say that Wake Up represents a kind of awakening in your journey. It's one of the singles on the album. What was the emotional or creative spark behind the song?
I wanted to create something that was fun, in all honesty with you. It's really upbeat, and I've had a habit now of making really fun beats with like maybe deeper messages behind them. And Wake Up was kind of talking about, going out, having fun, but also making sure that we're not always trying to like escape reality and actually waking up. And it's such a good song. I was inspired by so many different people, and I can confidently say that it's one of my favorites on the album, so I'm so excited for it to be out.
It's a song that I think I will keep it on my repeat for days,
Oh,
months,
yeah.
years. Great.
I have been. While everyone's like not listening to it, I'm like making it and going again and again and again on my WhatsApp.
So great. And you told us about the album. Can you give us a little spoiler? How are you feeling about it?
Yeah, it's my first proper album. I had a little EP as like a kind of passion project, but it wasn't the official. Like, this is the first official album, I can proudly say. It's called Reconceptualize, and the meaning behind it, I'm just going to say everything at this point. I'm just going to spoil everything. The meaning behind it is kind of the different phases that I've gone through when making music and being in the music industry, but also as a person, like developing alongside it since I started so young. Each song represents kind of a stage in my life and how I've reconceptualized different parts of me, if that makes sense. And, you know, it's different, it's pop, but with elements of, you know, R&B, everything, but it's also basically it's just basically my life in an album, and it's so fun. We've done like a little like head to toe like listening of it recently, and we love how it flows. We love how it kind of tells this story of how I started out quite doubtful and quite like trying to replicate what was popular in that sense to kind of finding myself. It's really good. I can't wait. Wash! It's gonna be really good.
That beautiful cover.
That beautiful cover.
And I know it's a lot of spoilers. If you can give anything, it's
I have
okay.
no shame. No shame.
But do we have a date, maybe?
It will be beginning of March.
Okay.
We were gonna say, oh, sorry, beginning of April. Beginning of April. We're in the beginning of March. Beginning of
Yeah.
April. Yeah, sorry. Beginning of April, 100%. Or end of March, but we'll see. But definitely it will be in April.
Yes, and I know you have been playing in some places, more like small venues. Do you have any plans to go on a tour? Maybe for now, just in London, but maybe
Yeah.
again for the world. I don't know.
I would definitely like to branch out of the UK. We've got so many exciting gigs coming up, especially I'm literally tomorrow. I'm playing at a bar called the Big Chill Bar in London, quite a renowned venue, but I'm playing there for the release of Wake Up, which is going to be really, really exciting. We've got a ton of festivals lined up for this year, a ton of gigs which we've just confirmed. But you know, I'd love to branch out, go to Brazil, go to, you know, see some other countries, definitely branch out with my music. But yeah, absolutely. I'm literally open to anything. I travel anywhere when it comes to my gigs.
That's great. And you will be perfect for a lot of festivals here. We will have Primavera Sound, and I was like, she will be perfect
Come on.
for it.
Come on down. Trust me, on the first flight there.
Great. I will be suggest. I will be like in their DMs, like please, 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 please.
You're not the only one, trust me, I'll be there too.
And talking about travel, if you could travel back in time and reach a younger version of you for a few years ago, what do you think that version of that Sophia will feel like listening to your new songs, your new path?
Oh gosh, younger me would be like, you're on a vinyl, you're on an album. That's crazy. I didn't even know we could release songs. Oh my goodness, younger me was so excited and like about everything. I still am, to be fair, but you know, I guess I was less reflective in that sense. But if younger me listened to what I was putting out now, I think she would be pretty proud. I think, you know, because we put so much work into this, so much passion, so much love, you know, that when it comes out in April, I'm sure younger me would be like, hell yeah, this is definitely like peak of my career. It's not, we're just starting, but you know, younger me would think this is like the perfect bit, you know?
I'm really excited because I think your older songs are already great, and you're saying that these new songs are even better. So I'm like,
Thank you. I'm so excited. I'm sure you'll love it. I'm sure you'll love it.
great. And if your musical career were a film, a movie, what would be the title?
Oh, I can't lie, Reconceptualize is a pretty good movie title. But if it was a movie title, I'd say Pieces of Me. That would be my movie title.
And this is not on the script, but I just wanted to ask.
Improv.
And who you will choose to have, like, to be Sophia on the screen, like
Yeah.
to be Sophia and to be like the main characters on the screen.
Oh my goodness. There's so many like amazing. Sorry, my screen is like zooming in and out. I'm very sorry for that. I'd say, have you ever, you know, Bridgerton? You know, season 2?
Yes, yes,
Yes. You know, Simone Ashley.
yeah.
Her. She's so cool. I'd love it if it was her.
That's great. I was suggesting this for her too.
Absolutely. We'll pitch it.
And Brazil is known for having an incredibly passionate concert audience, the kind that sings to every word and the
Yeah.
screams and jumps. How do you imagine this experience of performing your songs to a crowd like that?
Honestly, any crowd that like engages with music to with such energy and excitement is always a crowd worth performing to. Like, because that's when you know like the music is resonating, and I think it would be incredible. Honestly, Brazil has always been on my bucket list. It's always been like one of my dream destinations. If I'm so serious, but to perform to a crowd like that would be incredible. And I love performing anyway. It's one of my favorite parts of being a singer. So cherry on top, honestly.
Right, and no pressure, but do you have already know anything about Brazil? Maybe food or artists or any music? Did you ever listen to anything?
I feel like I've dabbled, but I need to properly like educate myself. Like I'm not gonna make any like I don't want to make any wrong claims now. I want to be like properly like yes, this, and this, you know. So I will get back to you on that one when we interview in like maybe a few months time, few years time. I'll be like, oh, I went to Brazil and here's my favorite things. Trust me.
I will be interviewing you when you get to Brazil to do
Oh
a
yeah.
concert, and then
Oh
I'll be like, now you can answer my question.
yeah. I'll be holding the Brazilian food like while we speak.
Yes. And to wrap it up, it was too quickly, it was like I was talking to a friend. But to wrap it up, if you could send a message to people in Brazil who are discovering your music right now, what would you say?
I'd say if you want new, fun, whimsy music, listen to Sofia Gillani. Stay tuned because there's so many exciting things. And trust me, I will get over there. I will see you guys. We will listen to my music together. It's going to be great.
Great. So that's it. Thank you so much for your time. I really, really love it. And wake up and I'm like really, really excited now to see the album. So
Yes.
I'll be tuning in the second it drops.
Absolutely. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. This has been such an enjoyable interview. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for your support. And yes, I cannot wait for you to listen to the album. It's going to be good.
Great. And I will be waiting for you in Brazil. I'm serious.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'll send you a selfie on the plane. Trust.
Okay.